Welcome back to Always Sunny in Calimshan. I am your DM, Justin, and alongside me is 7 of my really good friends. Uh, Now, whether or not they might consider me friends after this whole entire thing is done and over with, I guess that's up to them. We're gonna go down the list and give a soft introduction. Jared, tell us about your character real quick. Wasn't expecting that, were you?
Yes, my face full of raw fries.
Raw? What are you? Why are you eating raw fries?
Bro, are you eating
Why are you,
shredded potatoes?
why are you
Yeah,
asking that questions, huh?
define raw fries.
I ain't defining jack.
Okay. All right.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Okay.
Give me my
I'll leave you to your raw fries. I'll leave you to your raw fries.
yes. You told me to do my introduction. I was just not expecting it.
Just name and character if you're wanting to make it simple.
Ong Khan, High Elf of the city of Lorien, sword fighter and dancer mixed together.
Right on, right on. Next up, we got Quincy. Oop, your mic cut out.
I think we should just.
Dragon Fighter. Next up, we got Conrad or Connor. No,
Describing our characters?
just a simple description of who you're playing.
Well, I would be India, just a halfling rogue ranger. Or just a rogue right now, I should say.
Already got plans. That's right. Hemo.
Care Grimhest, freaking lanky ass Knoll warlock who lives to bonk things in the dark. That sounds suggestive.
That does, but is it wrong?
Down for it though.
Yeah. Next up is Socky.
Saudits. I'm playing Melora Knox. She's a punchy horse lady. Yeah.
Punchy horse. After that, we have Dice, but just give us a very soft description of your character.
Well, the person who so far has been known as Oritis currently looks like a dragonborn and is presumed to be a paladin.
Yes. And last but not least, Ken.
Hola, hello. I am a barbarian fighter who is a pirate and wields an anchor and will steal your gold.
As one
What's
does.
your name? What's your name?
My name is Tide.
Very good. Now, last session was a couple weeks back, and I will get to those minor arcana, Wheel of Misery, and Destiny in a moment. But a couple weeks back, you guys were making your introductions with Ong, as well as figuring out that the Thieves Guild has a little bit more push and pull toward wanting to make the city better, but also having an idea of how the Weave is acting and sending their own patrols out to fix smaller issues, if that's how it is. The issue with that, however, is Socks had a little bit of a small session with her and a friend about why a giant rock decided to come flying in. Wingspan of over 300 feet. About maybe 18 to 20 stories tall, give or take. Come crashing down onto Cobor's Respite, a bar out in the middle of nowhere. Come talons in, lift up most of the building, as well as two of who I guess you would consider just associates. And that's where we kick it right back in. The bird begins to fly direct, what could be considered north.
What speed is it moving?
Very quickly, very quickly. The only way you can really keep a beat on it is that it has a centralized storm kind of gathering over it as it flies.
What is the speed of the rock and how far back is this storm?
Um, I would say its flying speed is about 120 feet a turn. It is maybe right now maybe 800, 900 feet away, and it's just
With
bolting.
if I cast Echelon Stride and use dash action, could I possibly keep somewhat up with it?
Sure. What does that give you in total?
45 plus Echelon gives me 15 or is it 20?
I'm looking. Was not expecting to look up that. Let me get your second sheet because I was futzing around with something. Okay. It yeah. I'm looking up rules, and this is an interesting idea. Now, blade singing increases your walking speed by 10, and then you have mobile, which increases by another 10 feet. And then, where is the other ability you were gonna do?
Ashadon Stride, and also I haven't cast Blade Singing yet, so the 10 feet of extra movement isn't applied.
Right. So an extra 20. Okay, yeah, that would definitely keep. That would definitely keep up with the rock.
I guess I'll turn to everyone else and say, would you like to go this together, or should I go first? This is a question for everyone. I do desire at least most everyone in this party to participate in the question.
And I'm going to be rolling those while everyone.
I mean, do your thing. Von War's not even entirely sure what the hell's going on, or like we're supposed to be going after an item, and now suddenly a bar's leaving, and he's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
Would I be able to tell he's confused?
It
Yes.
yeah.
It's plastered on his face.
I just give a quick, like 1 second, like 1 or 2 sentence summary, like bar in the air containing Dragonborn friend and Archie?
Mm,
Archie.
uh,
Yes, Archie.
Achi.
Achoo.
Achu. Yeah, and then it's flying away. So you can either prioritize the bar. You can either prioritize the people in the bar or the artifact. Which one? Follow the group. Whatever they decide.
As soon as you finish saying that, AE, the robotic companion you all have been kind of escorting around, uh, kind of hiccups. It's a bit odd to hear from a robotic standpoint.
Really quick, did we do a long rest after we came back from the original item?
I believe yes. Everyone had their night. Yes.
Oh, I have an idea actually.
Hmm.
Quick question. If I have Cynthia with me, since she's small, could I run without what, impediments to my speed, or would I receive an impediment?
They are considered small, so yeah, it would be fine.
Okay, cool. I still require input from the rest of this group. I don't want to go off on my own without, other people, having, at least been on board with this.
I'm fine with it.
When you say it's hitting north,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything like major
give me a survival check or nature check, whichever you feel would be beneficial.
That's an 11.
11. You know that Calimshan Desert is a mismatch of different cultures that have lived over the course of time. They have gauged their survival. It could be heading anywhere.
Mm. Uh, uh, mm, well, mm,
What's up, Dice? What's on your mind?
just refreshing my knowledge of the layout of the well.
Well, everyone
First
kind
of
of
all,
thinks about an answer to give Ong. You wake up
mm,
surrounded by twigs. It's as if you were already at your destination. The bird has dropped you a long way down. When you wake up, twigs, branches, pieces of stone surround you. The smell is mildly atrocious. You reach your hand out instinctively. You feel a smooth surface with odd ridges. You begin to feel it a little bit more. It's warm. You glance over. It's an egg, about 3 times your size.
mm,
You hear some shuffling right beside you.
Connor, Ken,
mm,
Oh, that was to that was to you, Dice.
huh, interesting. Yes. Uh, I guess I'll. I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll have a look around.
As you kick up to a stand, you don't see any giant birds, but you're a little sore, a little roughed up. As you look around, you see that you are in the nest of a giant bird.
Oh,
When
good.
when looking toward the shuffling, you can see that there is a knoll laying back to the nest, being pecked at by a baby rock. The knoll in question seems to have a matting of different scars across his eyes, chest, arms, and yet has a huge smile on his face as if he has been tickled for the last 6 hours. The baby bird does not seem to let up on this.
Actually, uh, shite. He is currently just kind of mumbling various curses to himself. I guess you'll see if that's like a way out
Okay.
of the nest.
The nest seems to be about maybe a little bit above 15-ish feet, but with all the little branches and dead trees that have been making a part of it, it's easy to climb up.
Oh, great.
When you make it to the top, you are surrounded by what looks to be an Egyptian style ruins, but not exactly Egyptian. The architecture does have a bit of Roman nomenclature, it has a bit of just overall essence. Let me. Let me pop this over.
Also, hold on just a second. I don't know where Ken is, but I think enough of the party has agreed. I'm gonna run after the beast.
Okay.
During that, after that, I assume it only took like a second to like get the responses
Yes. Yes.
from the run after it.
Okay. You keep up with it. You notice pieces of debris from the talons of the bird just are scattering about, almost like it is leaving a trail heading back to where its home is.
Envia is also with me, by the way.
Yeah. How long does that stride last? I believe it is
Concentration
1 minute. So 1 minute. That's gonna take up a lot of movement, and yet it's still not gonna be able to keep up with it unless you keep up with it. Have the upkeep to cast it again. So it's up to you if you want to use another spell slot.
Give me 1 second. I want to see.
Melora's happy to just like run after it as well. She's with a dash. It's 110 for her.
Okay. Can easily keep the. What also is an interesting thing that you are noticing as you're moving forward is the cloud. Just it doesn't stay close to it, but it has kind of a notion of direction. It doesn't turn too often. It seems to know exactly where it's going, and it makes it very easy to follow.
Third level spell slots do I have?
With
Fine, I'll cast it again.
okay, with the second burst, you're able to kind of make about the halfway point before the bird begins to dip ahead. And as soon as it does, you see it just drop this into a pretty vast-looking set of ruins without a lid on top.
I'm not gonna cast it again since I have a decent movement speed, just normally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just run my normal speed, dash action, of course. And and by this time I'm gonna assume that
Laura.
Laura. Gonna keep it's gonna catch up to me since she has
Okay.
her movement speed.
Yep. With everyone's movements, dashes, everyone can catch up just fine. As soon as you all make it to this very pristine looking set of ruins, it wasn't on any maps you have seen prior. Small oasis, very, very small. It seems like a fishing hole, adorns your right side, and an entry to this ruins. Looks as if it's been untouched for centuries, maybe longer. Rock feathers, of course, adorn the outskirts as well as the interior. The rock, however, nowhere to be seen.
I just got a really bad idea.
AE hiccups again.
Are the rest of them with us?
Over time, yes, everyone catches up.
I think I poisoned my action. I'm a spell sub.
I'll say go ahead and take back a third level.
It's no waste. You never know. The rock might have just killed him on the way.
Yeah, I guess he'll turn to the knoll. You good, dude?
The knoll sits up and he just kind of gets pecked in the side of the head by the little baby rock, and he just kind of slowly stands up, heads over to you. Yeah, I'm great. I'm fine. um, I I um I was dropped here about 4 days back. You got any food?
No, surprisingly.
Now the baby bird, who is pretty much bigger than the nest itself, well, not the entirety of nest, as well as tall, is now going to just peck at you. Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
1 point of bludgeoning damage as it just slams down onto your shoulder. It doesn't feel comfy, but it hurts.
I am just going to stare at it and ask you to roll a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, poor baby. All right, what happens to it?
What did you roll?
5.
Yeah, okay, fine. I just used cause fear on it.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it is going to spend
Because
its next action to run away.
Yeah.
Okay. But the gnoll very gingerly, very slowly climbs the nest and hops out on the opposite side. And he goes, I've been running around this place a bunch of times. There's no entryways, no exits. It always leads back here. And and you can see now that he's blind.
Okay.
And we'll head back over to the party. You hear a low, distant rumble in the distance, and AE once again hiccups.
I check on AE.
Okay. How are you checking up on him?
I'm just giving like the hand on the shoulder, like, you good, bud?
You touch him. Okay. I need a charisma save.
That's a 12.
12. That still succeeds. You feel this just wild flash of magic try and grab onto you, but it immediately fizzles out. And he goes, I am fine. I am more than fine. We must keep going. You can tell he's not fine.
Is there anything, like, does the weave feel strange here or anything? Like, is there a...
Give me an Arcana check.
Do you mind if I also attempted for Marco?
Go ahead.
I rolled 14.
14.
Plus. Well, actually, it fell straight down. Should I roll? You want me to roll again?
No, however you roll, it's fine by me.
Okay. 24.
24.
I have a +7.
Between both of you, you can feel that the weave, the sense of magic is very thin here, as if it is trying to disconnect from this area specifically.
Would I possibly recognize what there? Like this pyramid, big rat thing?
It's just a what looks to be just an old style church without a roof. And it doesn't exactly feel like it's coming from it itself, but it seems to be around this area.
I mean more so that with just how long I've lived and how long I've studied, would I possibly be able to try and remember how these things are usually laid out to find like an entrance exit?
Oh, I mean, it has a front door. It's just, yeah. Oh,
door, shall we? Type motion.
Well, since we're here, I don't see why not.
Did I miss the outcome from those Arcana checks?
14 and 24. The weave is a little bit weaker here.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm going to assume because I didn't have all the dashes and crazy stuff everyone else had. I rode one of those lizards.
Oh yeah, they do 100 they do 120 feet on dash.
So that's what I would have chosen. If I'm over
Yeah.
lizard.
So you can keep
Lizard with no name.
the ride on the with your pig Trisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I should probably get a token for that on the next time around. Give it a token. Give it its name.
For those who
Would have you
didn't,
presume to survive that long?
What was that? Dice. What's up?
I was just making a bad joke.
Okay. Jared, what's up?
I was just gonna say, for those who didn't get a feel for the weave, me and Laura, I would just like to whisper to the rest, telling them that we should be careful, and that the weave is weaker here. This place is the reality here is kind of fractured. Just as a friendly warning.
Um, so we're entering into the church thing.
Yeah, is everyone in the map? Did I mess something up? No, I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for the record, guys, AE's just leaving.
Well, I when it was a shall we, I thought it was just an implied, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble moving my thing, but
I got you. If you're just following suit, I got you. Boop. Everyone's a flyer.
Oh, I can hear my own audio through Cliff.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
Did not
Do you have
use
the?
stream.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have the stream up?
Yeah, but it's muted.
Um.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
What?
I don't know necessarily you, but he is echoing.
Yeah, but it's only Connor that's echoing.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn down my audio a little bit. We'll go with that. Turn this down a little. There.
Oh, I mean, you could turn Connor direct.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that. There. Turn them down a little bit too. Okay.
Okay.
As you all make it to the entryway, you immediately gauge that this place is, of course, is old. But with that old, there is this sense of spiritual, as if they didn't rely on the divinities of magic; they relied on what the earth could give them. Um, as AE gets to the doorway, he powers down immediately.
Hmm.
I'm gonna pick up a stick and poke him with it.
You poke him. He turns back on for a brief moment before his arms slump to his sides and he powers down again.
Guys, the robot's broken.
quick question: could I, knowing that the magic is weak here, can I assume that this robot is basically animated by magic,
Yep.
wild or otherwise, and the fact that it's weakened is shutting him down?
Yes. It is straightforward knowledge after you did the pretty good Arcana check. Uh, and someone has a pig with them.
Oh, so we actually made it out.
Can I pick up AE and move him backwards, like 2, 3 feet?
Yeah, you move him back. He flickers on and off periodically, but you see that the big void in the center of his stomach is still spiraling.
I would like to just crouch down. Oh, how tall is this robot?
About 6 foot.
Okay, cool. Then we're actually relatively the same height.
Yeah.
I would like to just hold his, like, grab his shoulders, like, and ask him, like, what are you fueled by, my friend? What type of magic? General or wild?
There is no response.
Because he can't hear me, or
Another poke of the stick, and he sparks to life for a brief moment before his head slumps down.
okay, cool. I'm moving him back a little bit farther then.
Okay. As you move.
Until he reactivates completely, I'm just gonna keep moving him backward.
Okay.
Slowly.
Someone's ticky tacking.
Come on, we can hear you.
As you pull him away, as soon as you get beyond these watching eyes of the statues, it seems that he reanimates, but he looks like he's dim, as if low power. But yeah, and he looks around and doesn't look shook by it, but definitely looks concerned. The gnoll, however, the blind one, is sniffing around, and he heads over to Von Moore and his pig. And he is right now currently wrapping his arms around Pig Trisha.
What you doing there, little guy?
Eating, and he just chomps into Pig
I
Trisha.
am going to uppercut this guy so hard.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
So this is gonna be a straight strength.
No, just an unarmed strike.
Oh yeah.
And add in a D4.
Okay, so that's a 25 on the hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that hits him. How much is your strength modifier? 5? Oh.
So my strength modifier is 4, but my damage from unarmed striking 5.
Oh, it's 1 plus. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So he takes a 5 and he retreats and retracts his arm as if to defend, and he's like, "Okay, okay, okay. That's yours. That's yours. Okay. Okay."
And also, what was the D4 for?
Uh
Add that to anything yet?
you know what? If it succeeds without the D4, we'll say that it kind of sticks around, so it doesn't go to waste. But he takes a step away from Pig Trisha, leaving a very small bite on their hide.
So I'm gonna scratch her behind her ears, and then I'm gonna look at him and be like, "An entire bar was dropped here. That place is filled with food and booze. Why'd you bite my pig?"
The Nolkin just kind of just looks around and goes, "There was a bar."
I'll chuck him a ration.
Okay. When it hits him in the chest, and then it flops to the ground. Another one hits his chest, flops to the ground, and he kind of sniffs it up and just begins hankering on it. But he seems what now kind of what's the term? Amused. Yeah, we'll go with that one. But yeah, he's gonna sit down next to the statue and just begin to scarf down on the rations, the 2 that were given.
Is anyone else doing anything? I'm just gonna let this robot know to stay here. I'm gonna basically say, my friend, you're animated by magic. Magic is weak. It is fraying here. Please, stay here. It will be deactivated if you take a few steps farther. Can you do that?
He nods and takes a few steps back. You see the strength seems to grow as it moves away from the building.
Okay. While all this is going on, Care uses prestidigitation to create a small illusion of a fire, and he goes He goes forward to beyond the threshold where A shuts down completely. See what happened.
Prestidigitation still is taking effect.
He waves away the illusion.
The wild winds of magic, then. Interesting. That or something deeper.
At least we know our spells are going to work, even if our charge here is not.
Well, he turns to AE again. Stay here. Do not let the giant bird kidnap you. I would hate to have to run off again on another merry chase. Stay safe. And then he walks forward. Shall we continue, my companions? We have another
Von
friend to rescue.
Von Moore's gonna turn around and count heads real. So we are missing one, right?
Yeah, the one is still in the nest.
Okay. So yeah, then I'm down for us to go look for the one because at this point, Von Moore's thinking like, I mean, there's no way we're gonna move the bar back, so we just need to get our butt and bounce.
Well, wait. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything at all. I don't know this yet.
Okay.
He's just gonna nod his head and. Oh, sorry, Socky, interrupt you, please.
Go ahead, Socks.
I'm just before anybody makes a move in there, with my dungeon delver and my line sight, I just want to like inspect the walls to see if there's any like secret doors, traps, anything, just before we enter the actual building itself.
Okay. Go ahead and give me investigation check at advantage. I believe it gives you advantage on those.
And while she's doing that, is it like a door or is it like an archway?
It is an archway. Doors are open.
11.
Uh,
With the 11,
Also dark?
at, plus the D4. I'm sorry.
Can I roll perception to gauge how big the room is just looking through it?
Go right ahead.
And also, is it dark?
What was that?
12.
Is it dark?
It's the sun's still out, so it shines down onto the open room. 12 from Socks and Conrad.
26.
26. With Laura's examination of the what can be considered a set of ruins or a dungeon in this sense, she quickly gauges that there is no traps, not in the general vicinity, anyways. But there is a lot of very loose tile here, and with Finvia, you take a look in. You see the nest; it's big. But there isn't really much to go off of just at the doorway.
How big is the wall outside?
About maybe 25 feet.
Okay.
Quick question.
Go.
These little, these like creatures outside the statues.
Mhm.
Would I by chance be able to recognize it by any chance?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Um, 13. I only got a 10.
13. Egyptian nomenclature and just the history of Egyptian in Faerun is a bit weird, but you've heard tales of this type of culture, but not too much. Not too much to understand these bird-like apparitions.
Oh yeah, I guess well, because of it. But I'm also asking more like, can I make a connection between the architecture slash culture and the bird? Like, why would the bird be here exactly?
No, it just seems
Is
to
it
find
just
it.
a resting place?
No, it just seems to be just a good place to put its nest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering if there's a deeper connection or if the obvious was, the obvious. That's it for me. If everyone would like to continue, I'm down. I'll follow them.
AE, get back here.
Wait, and he inspects this pillar. It's very tall, but as he inspects it, there is writing. He dusts away a little bit. Mm. I will stay here. I will inspect these. If you need me, please do not hesitate to ask.
Oh, I don't mind.
I'm gonna feel safer if I do this, and I'm gonna hand him one of my daggers, just in case shit goes wrong.
Um, I do
If you're not unarmed.
I do appreciate it, but I have something in my arsenal. And he hands back the dagger.
He has something in his what?
Arsenal. I'm so
Arsenal.
I am so glad that we're getting to the jokey joke parts of today's session. Clap hands.
Arsenal.
I have something in my arsenal.
The worst
I
part, well, the worst part is it's two jokes in one.
I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this.
Okay.
Goes on all fours and it comes out of his mouth.
we're really doing this over Arsenal.
He's gonna go on the other
Come
side.
on, man. What else?
No, he's gonna go there.
I'm ready when y'all are.
If we're gonna walk in, I'm gonna go super stealth sneaky mode.
Oh, careful of the tiles.
Mm.
Yes.
All right.
Super stealth sneaky mode.
All right.
Yes, for that reason.
For anyone who's gonna be doing stealth, go ahead and roll stealth before entering.
Oh baby. Oh yeah, 26.
Yeah, I'm just gonna figure that like Finvia is better at him than this shit, and nah, he's gonna let him just do that.
That is the sound of someone who rolled ass.
Actually, no, I got like a 19, but Long is a good judge of ability.
Yeah, 24 on my.
24. Copy.
Normally,
Can you get back here as well? No.
He ignores you and continues to wander.
All right. Well,
Vomor sees that and just shrugs.
when we get in there, just watch your fire in case we run into him again.
Stealth 21, but
20.
hoping to avoid the tiles.
Okay. All right. All of you seem stealthy. The ones who want to enter, anyways. I've got an overlay that not even the chat can see. I worked hard on that. So
Can I monitor like the wind currents, by the way, to like just listen?
It-
I'm trying to listen for any like large gusts of air, changes in like the airflow at all. That would make
Trying
me
to-
signify like a
y-
giant bird is inbound.
you stick your whole finger in your mouth, swirl it around, raise it up in the air.
Negative.
No, you don't do that. Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
No, he sticks his finger in his ass and pulls it out and attests the wind that way.
You guys are being way too paranoid.
Yeah.
We are dealing with a 300-foot wingspan bird.
What was the?
Got a 7.
Only got a 7. With it, there's not a lot of wind current in this desert. From time to time, it'll pick up, but it doesn't help any because it does like crisscrossing and so on and so forth over dunes and what calls it. But you do hear, even with the 7, you do hear a very distant low rumble of thunder. It sounds very, 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 very far off.
With my 26 perception earlier, would I gauge how far? Like the whole like lightning and thunder.
Yeah.
Up to 10.
There was no lightning, so it's hard to gauge. but with the sound of thunder, it sounds pretty far off.
Ballpark 20 minutes.
Ballpark, maybe with how fast it can fly, how you configure it, maybe about 25 ish.
Copy. I'll relay that. We got 25 minutes to get him, bounce, and not get killed in the process. And she will start immediately in her head counting off the 25 minutes.
Okay, go ahead and
She'll have a mental timer.
give me an intelligence check to keep that in your head.
I also would like to keep a mental timer. If I can wait, did I hear Cynthia say that?
Yeah, I relayed it.
All right, cool. Then I'll also keep a mental check.
Okay, give me a.
Fuck!
Mental.
You guys are talking about time, and Von Moore's trying to like look at the sun and put a stick in the ground and figure out what time it is, and then just gives up.
Believe it or not, that works. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check, one more. That does work. It's a clear sky.
8 on my roll, by the way.
What's that? Cute.
Just a straight intelligence.
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
That's an 11.
11. Yeah, you see the shadow of the stick, and you're just like, I don't know what time it is.
You see the shadow, all the pieces are there, you just can't connect them.
Yeah. So,
An 18.
an 18. Okay, you keep it in mind. Finvia, what'd you get?
8.
8. You think you have it in your mind.
Yeah. I lose track after the first 30 seconds. I'm like, wait. 30 seconds? Or was it 20?
I'll keep mental note for myself and remark. I won't remark to anyone, but I'll keep in my head it's when it reaches like the 5 minutes, like 5 minutes, 10, 15.
As you
I'll keep that to myself.
as you all look in, it's not hard to see a baby bird, underfed but overly large, looking right at the doorway at all of you.
I lean over to Patricia.
No one move.
Oh.
This bird's movement bird's eyesight is based on movement.
Can I
Uh,
cap check that?
Hold on, don't cap check that real quick. What'd you whisper to Patricia?
I already forgot.
Oh.
That's
Shut up. Shut up.
Jesus.
One more time, Q.
I just lean over to Patricia.
Yeah. And the bird wiggles its way up on top of the nest. Now that you can see it, it's about maybe 2 stories tall, and it plops down. The bird. It is tall, and it waddles its way over at the door. It leans its head down, and it's gonna peck at the smallest creature in front of it, which is Finvia. Does a 14 hit.
14's my armor class.
It hits. One point of bludgeoning damage as it pecks you right in the chest.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna bamboozle the shit out of this fucking bird, bro. You ready for this?
Okay.
I'm gonna run under it, like do like a figure 8 loop around its legs, and then at a certain point, I'm just gonna stay still and stealth check it. I'll hide under its body.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Go ahead.
Bamboozle the fuck out of it.
If you're gonna bamboozle the frick out of it, give me a sleight of hand.
Oh shit! All right. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nice. As you
23 total.
flim flam the zimzam, does that affect them? Huh? I missed the question that was asked then. But as you slide underneath the baby bird just kind of it has acknowledgement that you're moving around it, but it then loses you, and you're just standing underneath it as it pitter pats around you quite harshly. And I need to roll a couple things.
Can Laura cause speak with animals? Just to
Speak with animals. You cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you read out for me? Can you read out for me what Speak with Animals does?
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a full favor for you at the DM's discretion.
Okay. Okay. The little baby bird kind of looks over. Where? Where go?
Don't worry about that one. She's quite sneaky. So who are you?
The bird kind of crooks its head. It doesn't seem to have a name.
I relay that fact to the rest of the group.
Hmm.
We're great at naming things. Where's your mom?
Momfly.
Where? Where did your mom fly? Do you know?
It doesn't seem to know.
Is it just you here?
Brother, sister, maybe?
Is talking about the eggs?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone got a bag of holding?
Bro, things still have to fit through the entrance of
Yeah.
the bag, and there's no air in there.
Yeah, these are.
Find some lubricant somewhere.
No.
So I did.
Oh.
I did experience the concept of climbing in a bag of holding in a different D&D campaign. There is a very limited amount of air for a very short time.
It's like 1 minute. It's like a
But
1
you
minute
do still
holding
have
your
to.
breath. It's a thing.
Yeah, you do still have to fit to the open.
I'm more talking
Carry
about the
than
eggs
you
behind
destroy
it.
the bag.
Yeah, no,
The
they're
eggs behind it. We have kept a Stormrock egg in one of these bags of holding before
That-
in a different campaign.
That is correct.
it is
That
it is 20 feet long.
yeah. These
We did it before.
the Stormrock eggs that you ran into before were the size of a humanoid. These ones are much larger. I'm glad you remember that fact, but these ones are bigger than those. And
Remember, that was a baby
Like
Stormrock.
this creature.
and
Each
I
of these eggs is at least as big as a fucking tool shed.
about yeah. Also, I have
It's
rules.
loud, by the way, but I'm thinking it. I'm very much thinking it.
That's fair. Kier. A third eye grows right between your two real ones.
Sick.
You can see everything invisible within 60 feet.
5 more points. You got something on your face.
I believe that's part of my face, probably. I get that a lot.
What? That you have something on your face, or just that specific thing on your?
Is it a nice looking eye?
Okay, slow down. What does the thing on my face look like?
You can see through it. It's almost as if you just gained an eye, so to speak.
Is it a nice looking eye?
It's an okay looking eye. It's very it's basically just another eye of care. It is just plopped there in the center. Think the Doctor Strange eye. It's looks just like one of his real ones.
So same color. He's not over there, being David Bowie.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, can I go behind this creature and go towards the nest a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna
I'm gonna look what's inside it.
Not a problem.
Eggies.
Eggies. I'll assume you just step right behind. As soon as you get behind, you see that there is bones of other creature. A few folk that just seem to have starved here, just because baby rocs can't seem to eat humanoid form yet. It needs much more softer, soluble foods before starting up onto eating meat, like a better words. As you get about there, you can now see that there is a person, a humanoid, on the top of the nest, looking down.
Can I jump up? Is this possible?
Yeah,
I assume not because he's eggs. Oh, well, cool. I'm gonna do so.
yeah. It's as soon as it's like climbing up one of those really nice rock walls with the actual things that stick out that you can climb up onto. No athletics check needed. You make it up to the top. As you make it over, you see three well buried eggs, much larger than ones prior. And you see Dice. Go ahead and give us a synopsis of how your character looks right now.
Well, he looks more or less like he still appears to be a brass dragonborn. Uh, he's just instead of being in full plate armor, he is wearing some rather fine clothes.
Rather fine clothes. Do you have an instrument on you?
Yeah, that is a good question. Hang on. Yes.
Okay. Just
Whatever you're doing, it's showing up on stream, just so you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just trying to find his.
I know.
I'm just trying to find
No,
his.
he's talking about Cliff.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find his original token, and I don't know where it went off to. But I digress.
What do you mean, my new token?
Well, your new token. You knew what I meant. Shut up.
Yeah, but just clarifying for the listener.
Oh, right. Them.
I'm just gonna do like a subtle inspection, just like a quick medical look up, down, seeing if there are any injuries and anything. Just something subtle that you don't really see, I guess, unless you're looking.
Just a few.
He is currently rummaging through the wreckage looking for any bottles of booze that may or may not have survived.
I didn't hear a thing you just said. I heard scrummaging through bundles, and that was it. Can you repeat that?
He is currently rummaging through the wreckage looking for any bottles of booze that may have survived.
Ah, thank you. Well, cool. Yeah, use of his arms and his, I guess, legs. You get to see, at least feel. That's good signs. Good signs. I know Tim's sore. Good.
There is one bottle of booze that barely survived. The top is cut off, so it's like a bottle that had its top broken off. It's still holding the liquor though. What little there is left in there.
He just looks up and goes, "I've made worse decisions," and then he empties it.
Drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Quick question: can I cast fly on one of the eggs?
No, it has to be a creature.
Damn it!
Yeah, Constitution save, right?
Yup.
I can get to do this out.
15.
15. That wasn't booze. It was olive oil.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've made worse decisions.
Yeah.
You're egg drunk anyway?
I mean, can you?
Quick question:
If it ferments long
is
enough.
flammable?
I mean, it retains heat. I wouldn't consider it flammable.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
I'm gonna catch on fire somehow.
okay.
Apparently, drinking olive oil is a thing.
Yeah. It's just what it was gonna be was a quick spit out type of thing. You're expecting one thing, but it's instead another.
Yeah, you wish.
I guess I'll ask if he's okay. Kind of assuming an affirmative because he's drinking olive oil.
I mean, it's a thing, as he said.
Yes, he is okay.
I'm gonna keep my opinion on that to myself, in game and in real life.
With the bird, can I ask the bird if the bird's seen Archie before he wanders off too long, or can I follow it?
Yeah, you ask him, and he doesn't know what an Archie is.
Can I explain what Archie looks like?
Uh, the bird. Actually, I'm gonna make a history check
Yeah, let's go, my birdie.
because he's not a smart bird. Yeah, he rummages his way over, very slowly climbs the wall, climbs over, and begins to climb over the eggs and begins to peck in this general vicinity.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay,
attempt to
wow.
get up there.
How much do these eggs
Wow.
weigh?
Roughly maybe half ton.
Okay, wait. Question.
Go.
How big is this? How tall is this room?
Uh,
Still 25 feet, or is it bigger on the inside?
the walls are 25 feet, but there is no roof.
Okay, so where do these pillars end?
Some at 10 feet, others at 25. Mix mash.
Okay, and how big is the bird?
The baby
How
one,
tall is the baby bird? Yeah.
about 2 stories tall, so about 15-ish feet.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to uh climb my way up the 25-foot pillar,
Okay,
whatever that may be.
we'll say it's this one, and the one right in front of you.
Cool. We'll climb up this one.
Okay, go ahead and give me athletics check because it's sheer.
Okay. Athletics. Ew. Please don't roll shit. 14.
14 gets you up there.
Cool. I'm just gonna stay here. Not trying to get pecked again.
Okay. About maybe a couple minutes of digging, and in the beak of the little baby bird is Archie, who is knocked unconscious.
Oh, thank you. I'll hold my hands out for Biggie. For Biggie. Sorry, Archie. Sorry, I've been calling the bird Biggie in my head for a while now.
Okay.
For the biggie baby bird.
Biggie baby bird.
Yeah, because
Biggie.
it was big. I was gonna call it big, and it would be big bird, but
License.
it's kind of funny to call it Biggie Smalls.
Biggie.
That's copyrighted information. That's copyrighted.
Actually, PBS has open source. They're cool with it. Apparently, you just have to not have fragrant disregard for their character. But
I can cast levitate on one of these eggs, by the way.
levitate, yeah, okay. But as soon as you hold on to, yeah, as soon as you hold on to Archie, Archie's just knocked out. He's alive, well, just unconscious.
I'll put him on the back, like like a dead body on the back of a horse. Yeah.
Okay. The bird kind of patters around.
Can I give him rations? Would it eat rations?
You give it one of the little tiny rations compared to its overly large beak, and it uh, it's like trying to feed a giraffe, and it bites your entire hand.
That's okay.
Roll it. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, so you.
Australian, yeah. Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say the exact same thing. Typical New Zealand Australian.
Like, yeah, it's fine that our spiders eat birds, whatever.
That's one.
Yeah. Timer check.
About maybe 20-ish minutes.
Cool. Let's evacuate Archie. I'll I assume my hand's okay.
Yeah, hand's okay. Hand's fine.
Okay, I'll take me and Archie, and I'll take us outside.
Okay.
What about Kobar?
Kobar didn't get lifted.
Okay,
I don't believe Kobar was at the bar. My understanding was he went to go to the Thieves Guild.
It was Archie and specifically Archie and Dice's character that got kidnapped. He was not among the list of kidnapped individuals. Okay, cool. So we can bounce, right?
If you so choose.
I mean, all I cared about was getting the pool and leaving, so I'm good.
Okay.
Well, okay, wait. I'm
something real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to break the whatever it's called, the trinket that has Folgers, and I'm going to ask him if he knows what this place is.
Give me the verbiage of the token questions.
Let me find it. As an action, you can destroy one of your soul trinkets, no matter where it's located. So you can ask the spirit associated with the trinket one question. The spirit appears to you and answers in a language it knew in life. It's under no obligation to be truthful, and it answers as concisely as possible, eager to be free. The spirit only knows what it knew in life, as determined by the DM.
Okay. So you see this small half body apparition of Folgers just kind of dazing around uh, as he kind of looks over at the nest, looks over at the ruins, and just begins to laugh.
Fair enough. Answer the question, damn it.
Or what? You'll kill me?
You
Vonmore
won't.
has a
Your
quick
soul
idea
can't
while
be.
this is going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go rob the remainders of the bar. I'm gonna take whatever gold they had in their register.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check because it is scattered all over the desert right now.
Any fancy booze?
Um, with a 14, there are bits and bobs of trinkets, a piece of the very interesting cow skull that was one of the mantelpieces. Um, I'll say you find over the course of time about maybe 4 pieces of gold, and a couple pieces of silver. What were you looking for? On
Booze.
booze. Those usually crash down because the birds fly kind of high. Go ahead and give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Ooh, unfortunate, unfortunate.
13. Through a little bit of searching.
No,
Oh,
that's not called 13. Let me add my investigation's actually decently high. Not as high as him, no, just degree. 20.
20?
Dirty 20.
30, 20. With that, it kind of. It's unlabeled bottles, has liquid in them. Don't know what's in them. You find 2. One of green and one of this weird off blue, leaning toward like a black.
I would not touch either of
How
those.
can I recognize it?
Do you uncork them?
No.
Then,
No, I don't.
then no. It does. It looks like liquid in a stained bottle.
I would leave it
Black for
there.
that.
That shit
I'm too black
is
for that,
that
yeah.
shit is old as fuck.
I don't know if it's old, but I'm a little bit too black to be going into random bottles. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What a horrible trick of words.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna agree with it and move on.
Have you never heard of that before, Dice? Hilarious. The saying out
You,
here.
never, you never heard of the saying "I'm too black for this"?
I haven't.
I mean, it normally pertains
Well,
to doing stupid
I
things.
want to remind you guys, I
Yeah,
live
it does.
in the
Right.
I would like to remind all of you that I live in the countryside of Denmark.
Ah, yeah, motherfuckers know where I remember.
Well,
That is a joke. That is a joke.
uh, I've heard it. I have heard it once, and with the
It
once,
mostly
it was
pertains to
quick.
horror movies. Black people being like really, really retarded.
Uh,
Or no,
mm-mm.
no, it's like
It's well, no, but
it's the
it's
opposite.
Yes.
yeah, it's because in horror movies, it's always the black guy that dies because he's just extra.
What was the name of the
Well, he's like
that black
complicated.
comedy,
He's a
that black horror comedy? Q.
Oh, the new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man,
I
that.
don't remember. They're
Oh,
celebrating Juneteenth, and I don't remember if Juneteenth is the title.
I'll find out.
I think it is the title. I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, it just pertains to black
One
people
where
in
they have the
horror
black
movies,
girl.
just being like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out of here. not right, but he always dies first.
Yeah. That's not right.
It was based off of a sketch. They did the sketch and then they went through and they decided to
The
make it
Blackening.
the blackening. There you go. That's what.
Go. For those who are listening to this a little bit, check out the trailer. Lionsgate Movies has the full Red Band trailer. It's great. It's fantastic. It's a good time.
Essentially, it's a group of friends that get together to celebrate Juneteenth, and they decide to play some board games and stuff. And then it turns out that there's a killer stalking them that's going to make them play a
Oh,
board game to decide who lives and who dies.
Yep.
All right. Well, either way, for this context of the game of D&D, I'm too black for that. I'm leaving it where the hell it is.
Okay. This high elf is too black for it. No, no, I can't say it. I'm sorry. But
I'm too black for this. The high up leaves it where the hell it is.
yep. Okay.
Leaves it where he finds it.
Okay.
I want to imagine Ong just like snaps from his like typical like polite character and he's just like fuck this shit, I'm too black for this. And he
Actually,
just walks off.
No, what he basically does is he picks one up, he looks at it for a second, shakes his head, puts it backward, and then walks away like he never looked at it in the
Yeah.
first place.
He just picks it up, goes, nope.
yeah. So there are two bottles of unknown liquid hanging out in the nest. Okay.
I'm gonna grab those and toss those in my pocket.
Okay.
You want to be free. You want your soul to be free, Folgers. Answer the damn question.
I never saw what he did, by the way. Definitely didn't see it.
Folgers, with his ghostly arms folded over his chest, goes, "To a land of which I've never been free. What makes you think this is any different? Go ahead and give me a persuasion check."
That was not a good roll, but I believe I had bountiful luck to counter that.
Uh,
No, that's only for an ally.
yeah. You give it to an ally who rolls a 1 as your reaction.
No, it's a natural 2, so I can't fucking use lucky.
Nope.
Man.
Don't you just hate it? It's one above the thing you need to be a little bit better.
This has happened way too many times in this campaign. At this point.
Yeah, he rolled ridiculously high on his insight.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 3 total.
Oh yeah, arms still folded over chest. He is just floating there.
So instead of being fully useful, it's halfling useful.
Halfling, fair enough.
So wow, I really just am stuck with him. Is that what's happening?
I believe you said he is freed after answering whether truthful or not.
I don't think that's what he said.
Hang on.
That's what I said. Yeah, it's the spirit appears to you and answers in a language it knew in life. It's under no obligation to be truthful, and it answers as concisely as possible, eager to be free. So yeah, at this point, Folgers would be free. He answered the question with another question.
Yep. Because he has no intent on wanting to answer. You killed him. What good is it gonna do him?
Well, you know what? I thought being trapped in a trinket was gonna make him, snap for a little bit, just wanting to be free, but it didn't. So backfired. It doesn't matter.
You could have Skyrim'd his ass, put him in a soul gem, and then left him in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
I kind of need that though. I do more damage. I have advantage on Constitution saving throws while I'm.
Oh, I thought this was
Soul
a random
trinket.
artifact he's trapped in. Never mind, I guess.
No, I get buffs from it,
Oh.
and then I have advantage on death saves while I have a soul trinket.
Fair enough.
It's about maybe 15 minutes, but there is a low rumble of thunder that is much, much closer.
And time to go.
Okay.
And that thunder is just gonna jump off the pillar. I don't even care about fall damage. I can easily roll.
25, and you got fucking the rogue ability.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, thank you. So, funny thing, uncanny dodge works for fall damage.
We've established that in the last campaign.
But Fimbia is ready to go. How's everyone else doing?
Now, I know what I'm about, but are we really okay leaving a starving man in the middle of the desert?
Her mother is coming back. The last thing I want to provoke is a mother's fight response because her child is possibly in danger.
I am not saying that out loud. I'm thinking it. Definitely, I should have been more specific. I'm definitely thinking it.
I'm pretty sure
And
Socky would not know.
I am most definitely saying that out loud. That the last thing we want to do is fight a bird with a 300-foot wingspan and fighting it because she assumes that her child is in danger.
I'm pretty sure.
I just would rather leave.
I'm pretty sure Kira's talking about the knoll, not like the bird.
Yeah.
Oh, the knoll.
Yeah, right. The starving man in the middle of the desert is the knoll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, my character would not refer to a literal animal as a starving man.
Oh, then if that's the case, you get three chances. I'll wait three chances to get him over here. After that, I'm leaving.
The prick bit my pig. I really don't care.
I don't care about the bird. I want the egg.
We're talking about the knoll. We're talking about the blind knoll.
Oh, I guess I'll help him. Can I help him?
he is.
Do these lizards fit too?
Yes, they do. No, there.
The knoll's just gonna take a bite out of the lizard.
He's been fed.
Hey, Biggie, do you have a dad?
The bird pops his head over the nest. Dad, Papa.
Yeah, do you have one?
It shakes its head in a way that could be affirmative.
Whoa, that hurts my head to think about.
Yeah.
Is that Papa
Where?
coming back? That noise?
Where?
You hear that?
It's going to attempt to listen, and it gets advantage. It does hear the low thunder, and it looks a little more cheerful. Papa.
Oh well,
Okay, yeah,
time to
okay.
go.
We're on our way back to civilization. You should probably strap in.
You say that to the Knoll? Who are we saying that to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that to the Knoll? The Knoll, who has been up on top of the wall, just kind of wandering about, hops down, and when he lands, he goes, To what?
To Calimshan, where else?
Oh,
We're safer than here.
wait, you mean I can leave?
You can leave.
And he
Under
just
no obligation to stay here.
and he immediately sprints in the opposite direction.
Okay, bye. That was your chance, and he's leaving. Cool.
I'm okay with this.
Ong, you want to get the fuck out of there before we get caught lacking and find out because we were fucking around?
He reaches out his hand to touch the creature, but things.
The bird allows to be pet, but it's big.
No, he's just sheepish about it. He reaches out and then he's like, no, no, no.
Okay.
I really wanted to explore that back area, but I'm really afraid that I'm not gonna have enough time.
Someone already is. If you want to quickly do it.
I'm talking about the far, far back area.
Yeah.
Just where Dice's character's been.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's going to. Dice, what are you up to?
Well, seeing as nobody, to my understanding anyway, has actually explained that we may or may not be in mortal peril, he is in fact going to move further back and explore.
Oh,
Okay.
It.
Wait.
Brother finds himself in a nest in the middle of the desert and decides, I'm not immediately in danger and shouldn't take the first step.
Okay. Okay.
Keep in mind that less than 24 hours ago, he was a completely different person.
You know what that's called? It's called the black guy in a horror movie dying first.
As,
Being extra.
hold on. Stop right there. As you stand right there, my overlay procs. Go ahead and give me dexterity saving throw, both of you.
Oh, it could be worse. It's a dex save. I'm kind of me and Dice's character.
Where are you guys?
Back,
Oh, okay.
all the way back.
Way in the back. Way in the back. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
26.
26. Both of you, these sconces on both sides billow out a huge jet of flame. Both of you will be taking.
Evasion, I take nothing.
You take nothing. Then just 6 points.
Can I hear what's going on and go to help?
Yeah, you can definitely hear a large trap of flame.
Don't step on the tile. You're being way too fucking lax about it.
No, it's a one time trap. You're
I
okay
know
in this
on
area.
this side.
I'm also
I'm talking about on this side. I don't know about the opposite side.
Mm.
looking where I step.
This here is a door, so it is you run into the door and get hit by flame.
I'm also gonna watch where I step.
I don't know. Well, no, I mean he is still figuring he is not in a solid headspace right now. Like
Can't I
he drank olive oil 5 minutes ago and went, "I've made worse decisions in life." That was the entirety of his reaction.
I'm
He
gonna watch
shouldn't
my
be
step for
surprised.
traps. Dice character. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is just moving in, and he is
Oh,
going
nope,
to
nope, nope,
inspect
nope, nope,
markings from the floor.
nope. It's
Fuck you.
door.
Oh, knock.
That's stone.
No,
The object can be a door, box, a chest, or a set of manacles or padlock on an object that contains.
You're using the spell knock.
I was like, I think he's casting the spell. I don't think he would just say knock for no reason. Excuse me, are you guys in there?
Are there any mummies willing to open the door?
Come on, mysterious guys, pop on out. We know you're in there.
All right, as you cast knock, the door is kind of like one of those vault style that turns and goes into a hinge, so it pulls itself away. So the door is now open.
Yeah, and he'll fucking go in.
I'm gonna let them go in first.
All right, what do we
I
do?
was just looking at it. Hang on.
Around you, a lot of Egyptian nomenclature, more religious apparel, things that look really foreign to you. As you begin to look around, you see a couple of coffins, sarcophagi, just hanging out. You know, they're just being really cool sarcophagi.
If I remember correctly, Egyptian tombs had lots of traps and fake
Yeah, I'm a little bit biased
tombs
for this.
to yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I would be very
most of
cautious about
those,
this.
Okay.
most of those would, assuming this is as old as modern day Egyptian tomb, those would by now have be more or less defect.
The flaming sconces have something else to say to that. Finvia, go ahead and give me
He said most.
Finvia, go ahead and give me an investigation check for the idea of traps.
If that logic worked, most D&D dungeons would be toothless.
Mm.
Oh, finally a natural one that I could use lucky on.
And why don't you roll another one because you can't.
No, I rolled a fucking 60. It's a total of 17. Yeah.
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 Each one of these has what you can see is a very thin, veiled line where the if you were to push off the lid of the sarcophagus, it would pull at something. There is also in the near vicinity this little foot locker. There we go. That foot locker. It has something radiating off of it. Hard to tell.
Suspicious. And the right side, or is there nothing on the right side?
All three of the.
Touch it maliciously.
What's that? Nope.
Touch it.
Touch it maliciously.
Touch it. All three of the chests, or all three of the sarcophagi, have this thin red veil.
Okay, I'm gonna lockpick the footlocker.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by the door, like halfway in and halfway out, ready to close it if some magic BS.
I think you want to hold it open because like the door closes and then like shit like comes out or trapped type thing, like Indiana Jones type shit.
Yeah, as I'm standing in the doorway, so I can
Uh,
I can take a step backwards.
All right, give me a lockpick check.
dexterity 19 plus proficiency 23.
23. Easy enough to do. The lock is pretty good comparative to all the other ones that you've learned over your years. As soon as you pick the lock, you do detect that there is the trap right there. Go ahead and give me another sleight of hand or thieves' tools to disarm.
Okay. That's a 12 plus 3 is 5, 15 plus another 4 is 19.
19. With the 19, you see this little piece of paper on the lid, and you very carefully pull it out. And on that piece of paper, there is some unknown language to you. Paper feels brand new, and the ink looks relatively regal comparative to everything else in this place. It doesn't look like papyrus and beetle. It looks like something you would get in a general store back in town.
Is there anything in the footlocker?
You carefully open it up. It is safe to open. There is a couple jars in there, and then on the far left you see this orb, about maybe the size of a baseball, and it just very subtly thrums as if a far like if you're sitting in a car and you hear the car next to you with a high bass. It's very similar to that.
Okay. How tall is the wall?
This one, it kind of lean. No, these ones are a little bit more inclined because this is more internal. These ones are about 15.
And there's a roof.
Yes,
or it's still just open sky.
This area has a roof. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Dark orb.
What's that?
I swear to God, Cliff, if you give me another hand touches the beacon, I'm going to Vegas and I'm going to beat your ass. Okay, I promise you this.
No.
I think it's. Am I correct in assuming that it's what we talked about a little while ago, Cliff?
Nope. I am not. I'm never throwing that into any of my campaigns. Are you kidding me?
Is this a another hand touches the beacon moment?
No.
Is that what I'm gonna?
No.
Okay, good. All right, cool. I'm gonna pick it up then.
Oh God.
Okay.
Slowly.
You pick it up. As you pick it up, it begins to resonate with you. It begins to pull and peel at you. I need you to make me a intelligence saving throw.
New hand touches the.
Okay. I was gonna be so mad. Okay. Luckily, I have a +5. I'm proficient in intelligence saving throws. 18.
18. You feel as if someone is wanting from this orb to take over your body.
Cool. So I'm just gonna put it right the fuck back down and walk the fuck out.
Okay. Nothing else?
Is there anything here that looks like a weapon? Anything of that variety?
Believe it or not, no. This seems to be more of like a pottery class with a little bit of Okay, he's already gone. Okay. It's not really spooky. It's actually quite calming comparative. Dice, what it
I was just joking a little bit.
getcha. Dice, what are you up to?
He's trying to figure out if anything is in those jars.
To point out, nobody told Dice's character that we were in trouble. You guys just went and did tracks.
He was in a building that got picked up by a rock. Why do we have to explain the trouble?
Yeah.
I think it's just the fact that
this is
something
a
approaching.
Yeah.
It's the real trouble.
Yeah.
Does he not know?
Right now, no. Nobody mentioned about that after he came out of the.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can help him out here. Would he be able to make the connection between the storm rock picking him up with the thunder and the thunder coming back?
Yeah. If
that connection that the storm rock is returning.
If he gave a dang, yeah.
Thinking about such a thing, though, like if he's actually thinking about that.
Yeah. No.
That's entirely up to Dice's character. At least he can make the connection.
Yeah, but he's not.
But is he though?
At this point, no. He's looking at he's sightseeing, and what he sees.
Then on the way out, I'm gonna mention that we have to get the fuck out of here right now.
Okay.
Well, you're gone, but I'll mention that, like, hey, by the way, we have to go soon. The thing that kidnapped you is on its way. It's probably probably on its way back, and it probably won't be happy if we're like snooping around at its stuff. Is there anything here you find particularly interesting? Or...
Uh,
Was there anything in the jars?
yes. Organs, well preserved.
Oh fucking no! Don't
Ah.
do
Yeah,
it.
this is some Egyptian magic type shit.
Yeah, no, he will leave, just mumbling something about not being there quite yet.
As you head toward the door, just before you leave, there is the thrumming that is within the chest. It is calling to you. I need a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. Wait, what did my character sheet go?
Yeah, I know, right?
19.
Okay, you ignore the call, but you do hear it.
Specifically, he says, "Piss off, ghost."
Is it trying to charm them?
Yeah, it's trying to take over them.
It's trying to. It's not so much a charm as it is just straight up just taking over her body.
Well,
You know what?
It said, "You know what? Oh no."
All right.
let the man cook.
Yeah, okay, let him cook. Let him cook. All right, Dice, what you got? And I need to see if nobody did any activation stuff. Cool.
What's our timer at, by the way?
About this time, maybe about 7-8 minutes. But the other, you now can tell that there are two sources.
Oh, cool! They're both coming back. Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't said anything just yet about this timer, by the way, because I'm currently with Dice's character. What is his
With
character's
the
name?
with the most recent thunder, I would be able to gauge that we don't have that much time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. His name hasn't been brought up from what I recall.
No, you never
Even
mentioned.
if it has, you would only know his old name.
No, I'm not talking about Ong knowing it. I'm talking about me knowing it.
Out of character. He's talking about he doesn't know out of character what your name is.
Well, out of character, it was Eresis. And his new name hasn't been brought up, and I'd like to keep it that way until it happens in world.
Okay.
It wasn't Baja Blast?
It was Baja Blast.
It was never Baja Blast. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
just gonna call you Dice's. I'm just gonna call you Dice's character.
Sure.
Okay.
I am. I need to
Then
figure
we
out
go
this
with
wording.
that dude.
Yeah, that guy. Hey, you.
Yeah, not that guy.
What?
The one
Yeah,
with face.
he will he will use counter charm on himself, and then he'll go over and look in the chest.
Counter charm. Give me.
It gives me advantage on any saves made against being frightened or charmed.
Okay. And you open up the chest. You see the pretty orb on the left and a whole bunch of jars on the right.
What's in the jars, Cliff?
Even more organs, mostly hearts.
Weird.
He'll grab the orb and stuff it in his pocket.
Okay, when you touch it, go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence against being, as in this gets being frightened or charmed.
It's a possession. It's not a charm. Yeah, I can appreciate the counter charm, but I was like, okay.
We just said it wasn't a charm.
Yeah, but again, my character wouldn't know that. He would just know that something
Was.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
30-20.
Dirty 20. You resist the feeling of something creeping up your back, but you also take the orb
And put it in his pocket.
Okay. You can kind of hear almost an annoyed sigh ringing in the back of your ear.
As he walks past on, he'll just go shut up and then move on.
All right.
No, that was just
to
that, no.
explain himself.
No, I was gonna make a joke when you were like, "Oh, he heard a sigh from the back of his ear," and I was gonna be like, "No, that's just Ong sighing."
Mentally.
Then there are two sighs. But
Mentally.
as soon as it lays rest in your pocket, it thrums a little bit harder with every step you take, almost trying to resonate with your heartbeat. This is going to be an oncoming problem. But you move very quickly now. I don't know if
Yeah, he has decided there's no booze and he wants to go find booze.
Okay, boost time.
I feel the dark BS radiating from his pocket.
Believe it or not, no. It is just to Dice's character. It is just
So
him.
now that Dice is nearing the archway, I'm gonna yell out to Laura. All right, I appreciate you having the conversation with the baby bird, but we gotta bounce now.
Laura looks like a little bit sad. I'm gonna miss you, Biggie, and she'll reach up and give him scritches.
The bird never had scritches before, but it enjoys it.
Ong sees this and he goes to pet the bloody bird.
The it it feels like a hairless cat. It's weird, but it's nice.
Oh.
Said, oh,
He still pets my guy.
Yeah,
Pets
yeah
animals. Pets it anyways.
yeah this baby bird, from touching it, I would say Laura would know that this is maybe 7 8 days old.
Jesus Christ.
Laura will lean up and whisper to it. Um, if you ever find yourself in trouble, come find the Knox Grove. We'll look after you. Okay?
Okay, he is gonna roll an intelligence check at disadvantage to keep that in its memory. Both are 19s plus -1. So that is 18. I'm pretty sure that's pretty all right. It'll remember the Knox Grove.
Heck yeah. Okay, bye, Biggie.
I'm actually really happy I rolled 2 19s. And
Hmm.
the bird doesn't wave, but it acknowledges you leaving.
Can I say something similar to it?
If you have speak with animals,
Hell no, I don't.
okay.
I can translate for you if you want. If you communicate, that's what you want to do.
I don't think he. Can I realize he's using speak with animals?
Yes,
Is that a thing I can see?
you saw her whisper into the creature's ear.
The
Can
sensor has been
you
tripping
just
for the
hear
last
Laura
5
just go.
minutes.
Laura's just whistling.
Yeah.
In bird language.
It's just a string of Twitter notifications.
But
Do you want me to
Good
translate
grief.
for you?
I
Oh.
put it in Foundry. What I was wondering, what I'm asking.
Laura will point and say, he's telling you to also remember the cons.
okay, another one at disadvantage.
He points to the symbol on his back, I guess.
The symbol. Okay, symbols are a little bit easier to remember. That is a 6. It will try to remember it.
Unfortunate.
Hey, being a week old, you know, this bird was almost born yesterday. It's trying. And then you see the thunder.
All right, cool. Time to leave. Time to leave. Time to leave. Time to leave. Time to leave.
Almost as quick as it left, it drops down and just kind of overlooks the area. Doesn't seem hostile.
Can I have one of your babies? I'm not saying it, but I'm
Are
thinking
you
it.
shitting me?
I'm not saying it, but I'm thinking it.
We're still leaving.
I am thinking it though.
Actually,
Can I do like a basic like sign language that just like points to myself and the rest of the group and just point that we're leaving?
yeah, it kind of understands. It seems to gauge. It quick,
We're just going.
yeah,
That's alright.
it perches up on the wall, flies over, perches up onto the this wall, kind of looks at everybody. You can hear the crackle.
Down on my lizard with Pigtrissa and just kind of back up a little bit.
Yep. It doesn't
Our
seem.
kind of approach with Laura is like kind of like a exiting motion with his.
You still have speak with animals also.
Yeah, we're just going. We're going.
Yeah. He just keeps scaling back and forth. You can hear the crackle of electricity, just slowly piercing between the feathers.
Oh, if you also ever need help, come find the Knox Grove. We'll look after you.
Let me look at the stats.
For us.
Okay. It you feel like it understood it, but hard to know if it will need it.
Man, tough crowd. It's just not speaking with Laura.
fine.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
It saw that its baby was fine after having a whole bunch of people around it. It's okay with it. Baby's unharmed.
I guess I will once again pick up Archie and do the dead body over the back of a horse thing, and I guess we'll go.
Okay. Where are we heading? Back to the ruins of Kobor's Respite or the next piece?
Probably Calimshan so I can drop Archie off.
Okay.
If possible.
Okay. Go ahead. Who would be leading this expedition back?
At a certain point, AE should be able to be activated again, right? We get far enough away. AE should be activated.
Oh, AE as soon as you guys leave this little oasis, yeah, he's fine.
So wouldn't he be able to guide us back?
He could attempt to. That's what I was gonna mention, Quincy. If you rolled, I would have just been like, you just follow the trail of bits of driftwood, bird shit, sure. Electrical bird shit. Yeah, little pebbles. Electrical bird shit. But there is a whole bunch of pieces of driftwood, a few broken bottles. There is a cabinet that you run by, but it seems that looters already quickly cleaned it out. But you guys make it back to Kobor's Respite.
During the whole way, Ong will like to use minor illusion to kind of create like a small map of where that nest was.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check at disadvantage because Calimshan Desert is kind of fucked. Like, you can head north, but still wind up coming back to Calimsport.
And what was an intelligence check you said?
At disadvantage. Yep.
17. I got a 14 or a 15.
You make one, but it doesn't make sense. Because you've been heading east.
I at least remember it was at the mountain range, like where the mountain range was.
A lot of sand dunes, but not really much of mountains.
I thought they were in the mountain. I thought that thing was in the mountains.
Nope. The one you're thinking of from the last campaign, yes, was in the Thunder Peaks. This is Calimshan Desert. Lots of sand dunes and a lot of weird shit.
I just kind of write it on like a piece of paper and just keep it.
As you guys make it back into Kobor's Respite, the ruins of it anyways, the entire top floor has been ripped off, removed completely. Most of the bar is destroyed. The cooling stone that was in the back patio has been thrown a good distance, and Kobor kind of is in the middle of jotting down resources just at the front door. And he says, there's still tables and chairs. Make yourselves comfy. I'll order food from in town. Sit down, relax, whatever the hell. If you need anything, say so now.
I'm gonna pull out those 2 bottles and be like, "Do you know what these are?"
He's gonna pick them up and he's gonna make, because they are unlabeled. He holds up the dark blue to black. He says, "This one here, fine, really fine dark rum." And the dark brown bottle, he inspects it, pops it open, takes a small sniff of it, and he goes, "I don't think this one's mine."
Well, I'll let him keep one of his, and I'll throw the other one.
Okay.
Bag, whatever.
Okay, you throw it back in the bag. Okay. Dice's character. When you sit down, find yourself somewhat in a relaxing state, you feel the thrumming of the orb just working through its bag toward you, almost as if a magnet toward a magnet of a different polarity. You feel it wanting to stick to you, wanting to absolve you, wanting to change you. You blink, and in that blink, in that moment, in that instance, you see the vast cosmos of things around you. You blink again, everything goes back to normal. You feel very insignificant.
Oh god, I think I'm. Hang on, let's try. Oh god, I think I'm sobering up. He'll just say out loud out of nowhere.
Okay. So that is where we're going to wrap for today. I don't want to go too far into the next little bit. I'm going to play some good music, good stuff. Remember to check out all of the links down in the description that I'm going to quickly throw in. Remember to check out everyone's socials if everyone wants to throw them in the chat. Because it'll be on the video if you want to put them up there. Remember to check them out. Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. And of course, at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, remember, love one another. It's free to do. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
No one wants to put any of their socials up there real quick? I'll just do...
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
Are you sure you guys can go? Are you sure you guys want to do your socials?
Oh, it...
I would, but I'm driving.
Fair enough. Okay, that... okay, yours worked, but Stream Elements doesn't have visibility. Huh.
Oh.
Are we clear?